Good morning, traders and investors around the world. Welcome to the last day of February, this February 28th edition of Pre-Market Prep Plus. Joel Elconin joining you here this morning on a choppy day in the market here. Let's review the commodities and futures. Let's review some earnings stocks, see what's on your radar today on this I don't know. Turnaround to how about I don't even can't even think of a good name for today. It's not really a turnaround Tuesday because we were up yesterday. How about it can't be a terrible Tuesday because we're not down. You guys help me out with that one. S&P 500 index futures are currently trading up 3 3/4 handles, four handles. Let's call it at 39.92. We did sneak over 4,000, got to 4,003.75. Uh, Weekly number there, folks. Weekly number is 404 1/4. What I mean by a weekly number is that I am in a more sell to neutral mode until we can establish a strong bid off 404. Not super bearish, but that's our number. The down week last week, the market to me has to prove that it can hold 404. On the downside, you got a good number, folks. You got a really good number, and it's not unchanged on the session. That's at 39.88. Your good number on the downside is that pre-market low. That pre-market low is 39.72 1/4. And the reason I like that is that yesterday's low was 39.73. So you bulls out there could say we got a double bottom in the market, and we put that bottom above Friday's low, and we're going to jettison higher. So there's your outlook. I got another good number for you on the upside for you traders, and that's a pair of highs. The pair of highs come in from Friday, 40.23 1/4. And then yesterday, when I was out, they stuck it up to 40.2475. That was Monday's high. That's a good enough level for me. So there you go, folks. You got some good setups in the futures. Good morning to everybody. Thanks for joining me. The buck. I look at the buck for Chelly here, and you put in that double top for the last two sessions above 105, kind of just trudged its way up in the 105 handle. I guess, man, it's tough because you had a series of, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4. So far, you're looking at 5 higher lows, not quite 5 higher highs so far in the session. So looks like this buck rally is losing a little bit of steam, maybe. I don't know how far this moves pretty good on a daily basis, but I think you just got to watch it through these last 3 daily lows: 449, 437.5, and then 426.5. Just holding this support. Not looking for another leg higher here until you can get back into the 105 handle and clear those pair of highs, 527.5 and 532. We'll call that 105.30 for simplicity. Boom. What else do we got here? We have the bonds. What are the bonds doing? Hanging out near the low of the move, keeping an eye on Monday's low, 24.14. So, you had a couple lows here. They took it out. Still, you got support already down to 124. Nothing jumping out at me. Crude calming down, double bottom there at what was 74. I think I remember that, just under 74. You got a nice move. You're matching this high at 77.74 with a 77.71 high. So next target on the upside's way up in the 78 handle. That's 78.50 for you crude oil traders. Gold trying to find support here. Pair of matching lows here, 810, 1810, and 1812. Been down, 3, 4, 4 of the last 5 sessions. Little update yesterday. Be looking for this to get a close, just get green, 2 green closes in a row, and maybe we can have a little recovery here. In the gold market, silver under 21, down a penny. What do I got for you, silver? No, another new low. Boom. Doesn't look it, man. Can we see $20 in this one? We shall see. You did get a rebound, trading near the highs of the session. So haven't seen a green bar 4 or 5 sessions yet in silver. Maybe a green bar would signal maybe a short-term bottom Here, a new low of the move at 2050 point or 2505. That's silver. And Bitcoin's been just a little bit quiet here. It's up $95. Matching ranges there. Nothing really sticking out to me in Bitcoin, huh? So let's take a look and see what we have here coming out. Breaking Canadian GDP. I don't know if that's moving the markets. The dollar, Chelly, I think I covered the dollar for you. Boom, boom, boom. Florida is hitting the beach to prevent himself from loading up on Wish. Well, the good thing about that is how much money can you lose if you load, right? At the price it's at. EKS, AMAT, looking to sell a few on today's news. Is 117 in the card? I didn't see the news on AMAT. AMAT goes splat. 117. Let me get that's only a buck away. But let's try and give EKS a setup here, a possible way that this could trade for in today's session. Well, if you had your order out there at 117, you would have gotten it this morning because you did. So it has traded up there on the news. Let's get the regular session in here. So the momentum's going. Gap ups and don't really love them. So 113.89, I'm going to call that support. That was the top of yesterday's range. Gathering up some momentum here. Short-term support comes in at 115.5. So if you break 115.5 early, I would say no, you're not going to get back. You're not going to get back to 117. That's just intermediate 15-minute support. But the fact that you did trade over 117, little bit of resistance. I'd see if that 116 seller, 116.60 seller is still out there. As you can see, just over the last hour, there was your seller there. So that's what you got to take out. And then your pre-market high, 117.39. Do we have anything on the dailies to confirm that? 117.40 was your February 17th high. So that's a look at AMAT. Hopefully we'll get back up. Good morning, RAG. CrowdStrike. I haven't taken a look at CrowdStrike in a while. CRWD. For you watching at home, trading up 34 cents. Well, it's acting like this 120 level seems pretty important to me. The other thing I like about this stock is it had a good January, a little bit of a sell-off in February, but they caught a bid right away. I would like to see, I see it's traded up 34 cents. I would like to see this establish a bid over 120 and gather up some momentum. If you're looking for a shorter term target or when things get really interesting on the upside, you got to get over this 125.55. You had a high at just under 125. You had a high at 25.55. Then you had another high at 25.52. So if in fact you can establish a strong bid over 120, that's the next target on the upside. And then perhaps get in to fill that gap. That was probably from earnings, and that's closer to 140. The fact that you're green now in a red tape, you don't want to see it. I'd be a little cautious. It got back down to 120 and couldn't hold. What was yesterday's low? If you're trying to protect profit, yesterday's low way down there at 118.30. That's been the highest low of the move. So I don't think I'd get much concern on the downside until that 118.30 is taken out. And you had a new closing high for the move here at 120.65. Just let me take a look at what I like to do is take a look at some other stocks here. Palo Alto. That tells you that that had the gap and go off earnings. I don't know when CrowdStrike reports, but and a lot of stocks I've seen, that chart looks okay to me, RAG, and trying to just give it to you straight from the numbers. All right, let's go real quickly. We got some tickers rolling in here. Boom, boom. XLV. I know that is an ETF. Got a whole 128. Sure doesn't look like it's going to do it. I mean, these healthcare stocks, I look at J&J 155.5. I see you've taken out monthly support here. You better catch a bit. I don't know so much about that gap there from October. But right now, I guess you got too low, 128. Bulls have a chance to defend 128 today. Again, that's the last two lows. I couldn't get confident on this one turning yet until you established at least another low here at the 128, and then you started to move yourself out of that area. J and J has just been getting beat up like a redheaded stepchild. I don't. Oh well, let's see here. If you've been waiting since 2021, this is the area. This is the area that needs to catch a bid on the monthly charts. Let's just call it three lows in a row, right? This 156 area. You are trading below it. On the upside, I don't think this thing is getting away from the upside until you clear 157. But there's enough monthly lows here for me, folks, to draw a line. I don't do it just for the sake of drawing a line. But there you go. I mean, this has been, let's go at 155. If you're looking at it, 150, what's this month's low? 155.08, low at 55.72, another low at what was this low? 55.85. So you're in an area where it should bounce. So if it doesn't, look out, more downside. Next monthly low in J&J 151.47. This stock has been out of favor. What else do we miss here? Pfizer, I own this pig, I think around 42.43. Once again, I mean, you're seeing this being reflected. These stocks are just out of favor. And you're not even coming up on a monthly low yet. Your next monthly low, 38.93. So I think if you're stepping out here, these are two extended candles, red candles. So got to look a bit. Spoos go red here. A few minutes ahead of the open here. So there continued selling pressure here in the S&Ps. You're 16 handles off that pre-market low. Now it looks like we're going to have a hard time entering unchanged. I don't know if we had any news out there to take the market off its high. I was kind of surprised to see it as high as it was this morning. Let's see here. Chelly popping in with the stock. XD, no, I think she's trying to say something else. What else do we have here? Florida, down in Florida. Hope the weather's good down there. My brother-in-law was down there. This is the area where it's bounced before. So you got to catch a bid here pretty quickly. Stock out of favor. I think we pointed out those highs at 90 when it was trading up there, but man, it closed down here. It's been down here 3 times. Close. Sure looks like I can't catch a bid here in CVS. Let's look at the Walgreens, Boots Alliance. Not much there. Boom here. What do we got? All right, Emily Weiser popping in the chat. She's looking at Laboratory Corp Holdings. That's flat on the session. I don't know if that's like traded up to 260. I don't know. I'm not seeing news on this. So I don't know if that's valid. It's actually back at, I don't know, 240.65. I'm thinking that was like a bogus print, unless there's some news on it. If not, I'd have to wait and see where this opens. I'll give you a number though. 258. That's 3 highs in the same area. If in fact it does open up near that area, I'd be out there at 258 instead of over 260. Giving you a little bit something more to play. This 246 area that's still $6 away. That's a pair of highs from last week. Not a clean chart, and I wish I knew why that had that print up there, but I'll call it 246. No major upside till you can clear 246. On the downside, 2 lows at 2 in the 239 handles. That's decent support. They're pretty far away from each other. So once again, Laboratory, the sector just bit out of favor. Really hasn't turned yet. Twilio up on an insider buy. We know how these scenarios turn out. A lot of times the stocks just fade. You got the news after hours. You got to 67.39. You're back at 66.52. Certainly want to see that pre-market high taken out and to continue. On the upside, you got some confluence with your 3-day high at 67.41. Then it opens up $1. and then it opens up another 2 bucks. So right now, some people have sold into the news. Another thing that I'd be looking at in Twilio, notwithstanding the news, is you had a move from just about 80 down to 62. That's 18. That's 9. If you're looking to, if this was like just a retracement in a bull move in 2023, this is going to get back up to the 71, 72 area, over 70, and go back and challenge that 80 high. But it looks like you're just getting just a pop off that news. Let's see here. What else are we going for stocks? MQ, another pig that I have in my portfolio, 569. They report earnings, not participated in the January rally, but all the way back down. Just this is right near an all-time low. They need a good report here. As far as getting excited about this thing on the upside, I'd have to see if someone's willing to, stand up and, establish a 6 bid in this, right? Can you establish a 6 bid and turn next resistance level 650? S&P is unchanged. It's like nothing happened here in the overnight session, as we're just bouncing around unchanged. That's also mid-range on the session, so that's given a little bit. If the bulls are going to step up here off the open, I suspect it'll be right here at this 39.88 level and work our way back up to the pre-market high of 4003.75. What else here? Boom. Let's see. BILL. We'll get to that one. Bill. No, that's one L. Well, that's a Bloomberg T-bill. Wow, look at that thing going. Bill, man, matching lows at 85, but you're not getting out of there. So if you're picking this one up, 85 must hold if you want to buy it on strength. Set an alert maybe at 87.60. Last 2 highs, actually matching range days on that, and also matching range closes. So another day of holding the bin in this area, maybe I got a shot. Net kind of monthly low area, nothing until 82.19. But boom, you're right. You're right at the close. Yeah, just under. That's also mid-range on the session. So the bull's got to catch a quick bid here. Shop till you drop. What would I suggest? 40.06. In at 40.06. I think you got to give yourself some room here in this one. You're trading up a dime. You got the pair of lows there at 39.87, 39.74. I know you're not risking much here at that area, but if you get a down market, it takes out those pair of lows. You're probably maybe looking at the lower 38 handle. 38.14 is your next daily low. I liked it. It came down, filled the gap from the middle of January. Very important for this today to clear 41.09. The last highs in the last 2 sessions, 41.05 and 41.09. So there you go. Got to hold the parallel matching range days. Let's see, a little bit down yesterday, trading a little bit up today, but that's what I'm looking. Not sure what your risk reward ratio was on that trade, but that's what I'm giving you. Zoom, man, I'm just wondering if you missed your opportunity in this one. You had over 80 bucks. What do you got on the dailies? I think for this one, I think you know where the support is. The support's going to come down to the top of yesterday's range, 75.37, 75, maybe get out a little bit ahead of it. So if it holds that, sure, why not turn up? I'd right now for a target on the upside, they start to buy this off the open. What happens at 77.10? And the reason I say that is that your 2-4-6 day high is 77.10. You establish a bid over 77.10. You might get a look at that pre-market high, which is 80.39. 2 highs back right in that area. An intermediate number 2 for you, 77.91. That was a close on the 16th. But important for them to defend the gap. A decent report here. That's what I'm looking at for Zoom. Supported yesterday's high, and right now you got to make sure it gets through 77.10. You've had since you had that after hours high, you've had a pretty persistent seller in this one. So that's what I'm looking at in Zoom, which I'm on right now. Baxter, I know Triple D added this one before the earnings. Man, oh man, oh man. Those are three ugly months in Baxter. Just the whole sector's just been out of favor. So if you're trying to step out here, earnings day low came in at 38.58. So you're leading $1.50. I think for this one, buyers are stepping up a little bit off that low, the move. They're congregating at the 39.70 area. So you do have a pair of lows in the same area to lean on ahead of the low of the move. Better yet for this one, I think you need to establish a strong 40 bid. And I wouldn't look at this getting away from you on the upside here until you clear the pair of highs from Friday and Monday at 40.37 and 40.58. So there is a look at Baxter International Incorporated having just a really bad stretch here. And if you don't think it could get worse, I mean, here it had a 3-day month stretch, one up month, then another 3 down, a flat, one up, and another 3 down. So, man, this thing has been getting pummeled. All right, folks. Gonna get a quick drink of water here. We got a couple minutes before we wrap things. All right. Heading into the opening bell. Let's just do quick updates here on some other earning stocks. I see Schmuckers trying to pop again, 150.50. If you're trading the jam, look at this 151 area, important resistance area here. RAG is that inverted head and shoulders on SPY on the hourly. Well, you know, I look at SPOOs instead of SPYs. I don't know what you're looking at here. I'm not seeing a real. I mean, if you're thinking that this is the head and then this is a shoulder and this is a shoulder, yeah, I kind of see it there. It's not really jumping out to me. What I would be aware of, and I'm not sure what you look at, SPY versus SPOOs, but very important to hold the low from yesterday. Did we hit that in the regular session? We got pretty close to it. So no, you didn't. In the SPY, it's a little bit different. This 39.73 area in the S&Ps, it's only 13 handles away. That's important. I don't think, I think you're going to get to Friday's low if that doesn't hold up today. All right, folks, 927. S&P's got a slow leak here. We've given away all of our gains. Have stopped just short of the weekly number. So we'll be using unchanged here, 39.88. Bulls have to establish a bid over there, do some work in the 39.90 handle, and then, of course, test that pre-market high. On the downside, I gave you my number, pair of lows. Well, that one low is from today, 79.25. Yesterday's low, 39.73, folks. Thanks for joining me. No pre-market prep with stock odds today. I will be back with the closing print at 3:30. Emily, I don't know if you're going to want to show up because I'm going to have Mr. Sean Udall on, but he always has some good insights in the market. Tomorrow, it's Christian Fromhertz, and he'll be coming on. So that's what we got for the rest of the week. Thanks for joining me. Go get them.